Hello and welcome, I'm Crystal with Owl Knights Media, and I'll be reviewing Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time from the perspective of a casual gamer. Looking for a game that balances cozy crafting and gathering with fun combat? Then this is the game for you. This game was created by Level 5 and is currently being sold on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam for $59.99. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. And with that, let's get to it. First and foremost, this judgment is based on the 10 hours I currently have in the game. I want to note I could have zoomed much faster than I did as I chose not to skip anything, but yes, the option is there in case you'd like to. So far I've tried 8 of the 14 lives available, including 2 battle lives, 3 gatherers, and 2 crafters. There isn't a single life I've tried that isn't enjoyable. Let's start with the crafters, shall we? The little mini games you have to do to craft feel like a nice change of pace from the normal small animations you usually get. When you're running around and need to craft, all you have to do is open up your menu to the job and it automatically gives you the option to teleport to the closest crafting table. And seeing as a lot of this game is you running around gathering materials and going on missions, it's a nice and helpful function to have. Later into the playthrough, I was able to have a buddy not only help me craft, but allow me to skip that minigame altogether by having them outright craft the item. Now, I did realize I have more of a chance of getting bonus items if I craft it myself, but having the option to basically skip is really nice. Gathering also has its own minigames. Looking for sweet spots and knowing when to give it a hard hit makes the gathering in this game feel super unique. Just like with crafting, you can also have your buddy help you with a gather or have them attempt the gathering themselves, allowing you to gather elsewhere. Something I absolutely love is the respawn time. If you're fishing, you can stay in the same spot and wait for the next fish to appear. Mining and tree chopping take a bit longer, but I feel like you have the option to make rounds and then by the time you're done in one area, they are all back. It feels super solid and allows you to continuously gather things. Now onto the battle lives. I've tried 2 of the 4, including the Magician and the Mercenary. These 2 lives feel entirely different when it comes to battle. The Magician is a faster paced magic shooter, whereas the Mercenary is all about being up close, slashing with a sword. Typically, I find myself loving ranged characters, as being up close and personal with enemies tends to get me in trouble, but in this game, I actually very much enjoyed Mercenary. This job has some heavy-hitting slashes along with some great AoE damage. Now again, I don't have much unlocked on either yet, so I look forward to opening them much more. Speaking of opening up the lives, next up I want to talk about the skill tree for each life. You heard that right, all 14 lives have their own skill trees. Thankfully, they all seem relatively straightforward and allow you to customize each life to your playstyle. For battle lives, it's mostly about buffing damage and health, crafters it's about buffing completion time or XP earned, and gatherers seems to be about buffing strength and SP. If you ever feel like you don't like the route you took on your skill tree, have no worries. Just head over to the guild and talk to Lyle Lips, and for 10,000 Dosh, you can reset your skill tree for any life you want to. I love this because it takes off the pressure of trying different routes on your skill tree. Lastly, I'd like to talk about some of the things I wasn't a big fan of. Starting with the co-op in this game. It seems early game the most you can do is couch co-op, but it's very limited. Your partner will have to play as Trip, a bird companion you make through the story, and on top of that, they aren't allowed everywhere you go. I did have to do some research and found out later on there is online co-op, but everything I've read and heard isn't great. So bear this in mind if you're specifically looking for a game to play with someone else. There is one other thing that I wasn't a fan of, and that's the brightness of this game. I've tried turning down the brightness, but there is a sort of glow that I can't seem to eliminate. Now, this isn't deal-breaking to me. As a matter of fact, I ended up getting used to it, but at first it really did bother my eyes to look at. With all that said, Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time is a fantastic, cozy game. This is a game I can see myself putting many more hours into. On that note, I'd like to thank you for listening to a casual gamer review of the Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time. I'm Crystal with Owl Knights Media, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!